ドジャースが誇る2人の天才、大谷翔平と山本由伸監督の口から飛び出したのは、鉄は鉄によって磨かれるという印象的な言葉でした。決して競争ではない。しかし確実にお互いを高め合っているという2人の特別な関係性。普段は見ることができない指揮官から見た2人の職人かたぎんな一面とは。日本人ファン必見の会見内容をまとめました。
Well, Dave, will Shohei be able to win back the DH?
Yes, he will. He'll be in there on Friday, but certainly a really good showing by Dalton in the DH spot. Good for him, and I thought it was a good decision, to have Shohei just focus on pitching, and did a heck of a job tonight.
What was it like to watch him just inning to inning, between innings, when he doesn't have to worry about hitting?
It was actually really good to watch, him just focus on one thing, and I thought that just channeling all that energy into pitching was helpful. And the last couple outings, I felt he was fighting himself a little bit at times, but tonight he was really good. And I think even that the fifth inning got a little bit kind of wonky a little bit, but he kind of reined it back in and came back out for the sixth, and it was really good.
Did you ever see any signs that the shoulder was bothering him?
No, none whatsoever. And even I just talked to the trainer, and he didn't come in for treatment as far as icing it or anything like that, so that was a good sign.
What does it tell you when you see him kind of rear back in that fifth inning and throw 4 straight fastballs, like 100 to get out of that?
So yeah, I thought he was. He has a little extra gear when he needs it, and I'm sure he was frustrated about giving up a run, and came back and really went after, I don't know if it was Pham or something like that, but yeah, it was 98 all night, some 99s, and then in the fifth inning and reaching back for 100. That's nice.
Were you thinking about ending his night there with late warming and then just like sending him back out in the sixth to see him kind of finish the night the way he did?
I was. I thought in that fifth inning it got a little bit long. Pitch count started to get up there. I think it was approaching 30 pitches in that one inning. So if we were going to get to somebody, it was I was thinking about potentially pulling the plug right there. But once he finished that inning, I felt that I wanted to give him the opportunity to go back out there for the sixth.
I think he used like 3 different pitches on those strikeouts. Like, are you just seeing his kind of command of that whole arsenal improve as he kind of keeps making starts coming, this far removed from surgery now?
Absolutely. He's just got such good feel. And even his curveball wasn't great tonight as far as acquiring strikes, but the fastball was lifey, and the sweeper, the split, use that when he needed to, and so yeah, just his ability to have the feel and the velocity is pretty remarkable.
How much do you think Shohei and Yoshinobu might make each other better this year?
I definitely think they will. Iron sharpens iron. We got 2 great athletes, 2 great pitchers, and I think it's certainly, I'm not going to say a competition, but I do think that they both make each other better, yeah.
When you see the way that Shohei ended his outing, does it kind of solidify that the schedule program that you have him on is working?
I think so. I think so, and he's always going to say that he doesn't need the extra rest, and whatever is a benefit to his teammates, the starting pitchers. I think that's what he would kind of default to. But with what we ask of him as far as on the hitting side, and then the recovery part, and so to give him that extra day, and then also it introduces another starter, whether it's with the 6-man rotation. It just, I think our process is right, and the pitchers are benefiting.
Does he almost make it difficult with what he does on the mounds to give him that extra time and not have him pitch more often?
No, not at all. I think that we found, at some point if we do that. But I think right now it's just that extra rest, I think, is beneficial for this long marathon that we play. So you also have some other good options too. And so I think the net sum of just making sure we give these guys extra rest is a good thing.
Did you think just like not hitting improved what he did on the mound tonight? Does it make it more tempting to think about doing this again?
If I know that Dalton can throw a couple hits and drive in 4 runs, but he likes to hit. He likes to hit. He likes to. So I think it's more of just knowing that you have another option if it makes sense. But I'm not gonna, again, like I said before, I'm not gonna just proactively sit him if my eyes aren't telling me that he needs a blow.
Given that Diaz hadn't pitched in a while, did you think at all about just sending him out there anyway, or?
Not when we got to where we were at, no. We never know how the Colorado series is gonna play out, so we might need to lean on them, so no.
And what do you think about Kyle Hurt?
Excuse me?
What do you think about Kyle Hurt today?
Kyle, I thought it was good to, not have to get anybody else in the game. It was good to get him back out there, and it certainly showed that his fastball plays and gave up a soft, base hit to Bichette, hit batsman right there from Alvarez. But after that, I thought it was really good.
This one has his first home run and then a pretty good defensive play.
Really good defensive play. He got us going. It was a 0-0 game, and he hits a homer, and the bottom half of the order keeps doing some amazing things. And so, to get production from the bottom half is great. And then Haesong, I always say it. I always think it. It's just like when he plays, he always does something to help the team win. He really does, and it's good. He's getting some runway.
I think Shohei mixed in like a slide step at one point.
Yeah, against Lindor, that was fun. He had an 8, 9, 10 pitch at bat, couldn't get him out, and Lindor was synced up to his delivery, and he sort of changed it up with a slide step and got him on a fastball.
Everyone talks about the art. Everyone talks about the stuff that's showing, but is there the art of pitching that you're starting to see with him, especially now he's fully stretched out, stuff like the slide step and mixing in just different.
Yeah, it's and I do think that he looks at it as an art, as Yoshinobu does, and craft. And so it's not just kind of trying to bully guys with the fastball. It's kind of how you set guys up and front to back, east west, and use your entire pitch mix. So those guys, the best pitchers, in my opinion, do look at it as an art.